Just saw this BBC News article about Google are going to be using AI inside their search results in the UK starting soon. Now, it's only going to be rolling out for a limited number of users and a limited number of searches, but what they're doing is trialing out generative AI search results. So normally when you go to Google, you are pointed at a website. Now what's going to happen is when you search for your query, Google is going to be able to pull that information from the various training data, which includes other people's websites, and give it to you directly on the Google webpage. This sounds like it makes a lot of sense, but there's two little wrinkles here which are worth looking at, especially for the future of AI and the future of, let's be honest, Google. So Google relies for 80% of its revenue on its search marketing. So when you use Google, there are adverts that are placed in the top dynamically via Google Ads, and this is where they get 80% of their cash. It's not through things like Google Workspace, Google Docs, not through Gmail or anything like that. It mainly comes from search. It is the cash cow of their business. Because of this, Google have been flailing around for the last year or so to come up with some kind of solution to how they deal with AI. Because if generative AI can create huge amounts of content, then the value of search and using search as a paradigm in order to find information on the internet starts to decrease. Why would we bother looking for a website when we can just generate that information? Or the websites that are available are going to be increasingly AI generated, so it also decreases the value of Google search. So Google's already in a bit of an existential crisis. How are they going to deal with AI? We might find that in 10 years' time, we are not using Google. It seems weird, but we didn't always use Google, and that might be the case in the future as well. So Google's in a position where they need to either pivot and join the AI bandwagon, or work out how they can block progress in AI-generated content in order to make sure that their results are still valuable. On the flip side, there are also the people who make websites and they index them on Google. Let's say I run a blog. I allow Google to index it on Google because Google sends me traffic. This is something called search engine optimization, and I make sure that I get clicks from Google. They come to my website, and then I can either capture their email addresses or sell them product or run adverts on my website in order to make money from my website. If Google is not sending people to my website anymore, I'm not making any money from that. But Google are potentially pulling information from my website in order to use it in their generated results. So me as a blog or website owner, I'm not going to be very happy about this either. So Google's stuck in this kind of precarious position where the people using Google search are going to increasingly be using AI. And the people who are making websites are going to be increasingly annoyed that Google is not sending them traffic, but instead getting the information from their website and serving it up using their AI. It feels a bit like there are different parts of Google all doing different things, and none of them really know what the others are doing with reference to AI. So we're getting some things that are really exciting, like Gemini Pro, their actual AI program that they're pushing out. And then we're getting things like this where I'm not sure if they've thought through all of the details or all of the ramifications for how this is going to work moving forward. It is wild to think about, but in 5 to 10 years, we may not have Google, or if we do, it's going to be massively changed to how it is right now.